Godwe's. Welcome to another episode of God's House, hosted by Godwe Howard. This is episode 17. Tonight I'm going to talk about, I was going to do a show about unification, but after having the news of Nipsey Hussle, I'm going to talk about something a little bit deeper than that. I'm having a conversation with black men all over the nation, right here in America. And there's so many different angles I can come with this, from reading, watching documentaries, doing research, talking to people, professors, pastors. So there's many different ways I can come with this. But the main thing I'm going to say, I'm going to say two things. And first, rest in peace, Nipsey Hussle. And what I'm going to say is there's two things that's plaguing black men. Two things that's got us killing each other. The first thing is government. And what I mean by government is that the government is systematically using genocide to take us out by using each other. Gang-related, black-on-black crime, robbing each other, things like that. The government is fueling that, and they always use our own to take us out. You'll never see him per se. He's behind it, pulling the strings, but you'll never see him pulling the trigger. You'll always see one of us. And it's a known fact that they know they can always buy one of us out. It's easy. And what I mean by buy one of us out, I simply mean they know they can pay us to do or cause harm to one another, to somebody else. They've been doing that since day one. That's what they do. Population control. If you read, now I'm not going to get too deep into it because there's many layers I can go with this, but if you read Exodus, it talks about the reason why the Egyptians enslaved the Hebrews, which is us, black Americans. But that's another story. And they were afraid that the Hebrews, which was us, was going to be too strong, too powerful, because we was increasing in numbers. And they were. And it's the same situation now. That we are increasing in numbers. So they use population control or depopulation by systematically using genocide. They have us to kill each other and then blame each other. Situation with Nipsey Hussle when he's about to drop the information in a documentary on Dr. Sebi. I really believe it was government fuel, his murder. Because that information with his following would have opened up a whole lot of eyes and ears to the teachings of Dr. Sebi. As Brother Polite said, he healed him from diabetes. He healed many people. Left Eye was using his teaching also. So that's one. And the second thing is there is a spirit of death that surrounds black men. Because, well, if you don't believe me, look at the situation with the police. They're killing us in the streets. They're shooting us in the streets. They're choking us out in the streets. As well as we killing each other. As well as we dying of a higher rate of diabetes, heart disease, strokes, cancer, more than any other man in the United States. We are number one out of everybody with that. Why? Because there is a spirit of death that surrounds us, black men, including me. The only reason why it hasn't taken me out, or someone like me, is that I'm a child of the Most High God. When I gave my life back over to God and repent and got saved and all the other good stuff, death can't touch me unless God allow it. You know, even though one day I gotta die, it just won't be, you know, preferably it won't be like in a tragic way. It'll just be old age. So, in other words, as long as I stay connected to God, you know, I don't have to worry about somebody just walking up to me and killing me. It's when I get out the will of God so I can walk up to me and shoot me for what reason, rob me, stab me, for what reason. There's many cases like that, many stories you hear, you see on TV, you hear on the radio, just like that. Because the spirit of death surrounds black men in America. This is why we are so accessible to get killed by anybody, including our own, out of everybody. Now, the question is why the spirit of death surrounds us? That's another story. I can break that down too, because I have done the research on it. Like I said, anything I put in these videos, you can Google it. You can Google it and it'll pop right up. A book, a documentary, some type of teaching on YouTube. It's easy. I don't make this stuff up just to sound good. I actually do my research, do my homework on this stuff. And the spirit of death is around us. The devil is on us hard. And I can break that down too. I.e., the spirit of death. I could break that down too, but I'm going to do that in another video. But, like me, you have to understand that. You have two things against you. The first thing is the government, and the second thing is evil spirits. And one of the evil spirits is the spirit of death. And that's real talk. That's not make-believe, that's not being over spiritual, none of that. Death is all around us. And it's really attracted to us, really hardcore. Out of all the other ethnic groups, I don't know if I'm saying that right. We are number one out of everybody with the death. Out of everybody. And that's why. Evil is all around us, every day, all day. So, you know, stay woke, stay connected to God. If you're not connected to God, you better get connected to Him, because that's the only person that's going to save you. We're living in the end time, so you know, it is what it is. And you know, we just have to be aware of your surroundings, be self-aware, and watch as well as pray. Watch your back out here. You know, because Negroes are something else, especially when they in their feelings. So, you know, look out for many more videos. I'm touch more on what I said earlier about the spirit of death, and why. There's a lot of stuff to that. I'm still doing the research on that, but I have the basis of why we are persecuted so much here in the U.S. as black people, especially black men. I have proof that I can show it to you, and I can break it down to you. Well, I will show it to you and break it down to you of why we're going through what we're going through. And hopefully, once you hear that, it will impel you to get closer to God or get close to God. So that's it. The usual. Click like, dislike, leave a comment, share these videos, subscribe. Thanks for tuning in. This is episode 17, and the usual. Short, simple, and sweet. 1, 2. Peace.